Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for tomorrow, that is the weekly expiry. Today we had a pretty nice move on the downside and some sort of a good recovery as well. So let's just see what are the possible levels. This is the Banknifty 1-hour chart. I'm just going to open a daily chart just to do a detailed analysis from the daily time frame. See, on the daily time frame, after getting this kind of making this all-time high level, let's go ahead and mark this. We have got this type of a price action which is like an hanging man at the top, right? It's not exactly at the top, but if we consider the overall trend in Bank Nifty from past few weeks, yes, this is definitely at the top of the chart. So this is something to give some sort of importance to, and this correction was expected because on the daily chart, if we see the overall price action, right, the price was making a higher high, but all the indicators were making a lower high, meaning some kind of a divergence was there on the, so some sort of a correction was expected, and probably today's move was kind of the start. So in all these indicators, stochastic, RSI, if you see, there was divergence where the price was making higher high, indicators were making low. So that's why we were not bullish. We were carefully looking for the short trade, and when I shift to a lower time frame like an hourly chart, there was a beautiful double top formation, right? There was this type of a double top formation. So if you see the double top targets, if this was the neckline for the double top, in case how we find the targets is we take this entire length, we keep it here, and this was the first target that hit in the morning. This would be target 1, and target 2 would be the same length over here. Again, over here there is some price action support, so in case we break this level 43,900 tomorrow, we could retest this level, that is 43,600. Now from here, if the market, I'm just going to shift to a 15-minute chart now just to see if the market is going to go down from here or go up. Most likely the bias is on the downside, but we will trade whatever happens. Right now, if this is a double top, see, if this is a double top, the market broke, hit the first target, probably always there will be some sort of a retest to the neckline, right, in head and shoulder or a double top type of a pattern. Probably this up move came, it was a pretty strong up move, came to retest this level, and again we can slip on the downside. That is one possibility. The other possibility is, for the other possibility, I'll have to make use of the weekly CPR. I'm just going to get rid of all the lines. See, the dotted lines that you see are the weekly CPR. Okay, the normal straight lines are the daily CPR. So this is where the week started on Monday, May 26th. Sorry, over here on May 29th. So this is the weekly CPR. So how this week played out is we opened above weekly R1 when we were not able to break this R2, kind of made this double top over here and fell back until the CPR. So this pullback on the downside could be a move just to come. See, usually what happens, wherever the price is, the price tends to get attracted towards the CPR, either the daily CPR or the weekly CPR. It does function like that. So probably this was just a pullback until the weekly CPR. If we have to go high, the momentum has to continue on the upside. We have to break this double top. That is, as long as we break this double top, right, this double top pattern, whatever this resistance over here at 44,840, the bias is on the downside itself. So this is another possibility where we have just come to retest. See, exactly from this weekly CPR pivot we bounced, right? This weekly CPR is available in the indicators. You can just go type CPR. There are thousands of indicators that we can use. These are just pivot levels, right? It's not an indicator that will give us the direction of the market, but these pivot levels will give us the point where the market can turn. Exactly from this weekly CPR pivot we reverse. So this can just be a retest and a bounce. So there are two things. One, this up move can be a retest to the neckline of this double top, or the overall price action was it just came to test this week CPR and we had a bounce from here and we can continue going higher. If we continue going higher, I would like to wait until, see, if I get a short trade, I'll be more interested in a short trade tomorrow. See, in case we get a flat opening or gap up, whatever. If we cross this, I would be interested in trading. That is 44,840. Sorry, 44,484. Right, but if I get a short trade from here, where we kind of came to retest this type of this neckline, right? If I get a short trade over here again tomorrow, that is around 44,200, I don't mind shorting. The first targets would be 44,820 and this level around 44,600. The double top targets, whatever we saw. And we can also make use of the daily CPR. See, and the other thing that I wanted to show is there was this virgin CPR, right? So beautifully the price came towards this virgin CPR. See, when any CPR is not touched, most likely it will be a virgin CPR. We refer it as virgin CPR. So the next time when the price comes here, it takes some sort of a support and bounces, and that's exactly what happened. I was expecting a bounce from here, but not such an aggressive bounce. Even if somebody had traded this up move, the premiums increased rapidly. It was tradable. Now coming for tomorrow, just to keep the charts clean, I'm going to put up this historical CPR and remove this. So we have narrow CPR. We could have a little bit of a trendy move. So the best possible trade for tomorrow is if we get the US futures and the European futures are also down. In case, let's see whether as of now are we going to get a gap up or a gap down. See, every day I make short videos, right? So here and there I thought I'll make some pretty lengthy videos just giving an overall explanation about the price action. So it's about 67 or 70 points gap down. We Nifty closed that. Okay, it looks like we could get a gap up itself as of now. So depending on how we get a gap up or a gap down, if we get a flat opening, okay, I would be very interested to wait and see how the price reacts at the CPR level, that is over here. See, if we get a flat opening, if we come down, kind of take support at this CPR, there's a good chance we can bounce even until this level, 44,300, right? So it's very important to see how the price reacts around the CPR level. But in case we get a flat opening, if we start coming down, wait for the price to come down, get some pullback, retest the CPR at about 40,000 or so, and depending on the price action here, I would be interested to short with the first target as 34,840 and the second target is 43,840 and 43,600. So these are the levels that I'm watching out for, and in case we get the momentum on the upside continues, right? See, if I buy depending on the price action, yes, if R1 breaks and if this double top breaks, then I would be interested to buy. And the other possibility is we getting a gap down, and no doubt this level is a good strong support right now. This has to break for the market to go down further. So in case if we gap down, now say we get a gap down and suddenly the price comes here and takes some sort of a support, I'll wait and see how the price action is. If we get some kind of a bullish price action, yes, definitely I'll want to go long here. See, going long when this all-time high breaks out for tomorrow expiry, it's not advisable. Either the best plan would be to catch this type of a reversal trade on the upside, or the reversal trade on the downside, that is, say, come down, retest the CPR and catch this reversal point. Always trying to enter when at this reversal point is better. See, this breakout, this is probably, maybe we won't even get hardly any move, so that is one thing, especially for this trading, expiry trading. Now if I just look at the overall open interest, right, what happened today, there was good amount of call writing all through the day. In the end, since the market, see, though we went until 42,260, the call writers have not exited a lot, right? Still there are call writers, so some resistances there on the upside with a strong support at 44,000. So the bias is on the downside. Even I would be looking to trade on the downside. Now the things that I would avoid doing tomorrow is, now say we get a gap up, a small gap up or a gap down, and the market continuously start going higher, right? Then I would refrain from taking any trade. I would want some pullback and always enter at that retest on the upside or downside. Now one example of that, what I mean by this retest, if I just shift to a 5-minute chart and put on this historical CPR for, so just yesterday or today's price action, that see on this day yesterday when the market came down and kind of this retested and we got some more on the downside, right? So this is the, though we could not break the support, we got a bounce, but this is the type of retest that I will want to trade. And even over here, like see, we went up, came down, kind of retested and then went up. So wait for the retest. If we get an entry closer to the CPR, either for a long trade or a short trade, if we get a closer to the CPR, most likely it will be a good trade. Otherwise very less likely we'll have a sideways CPR, but we'll never know. We'll have to follow what the market does. Now in short, look for a buy above this double top area. Until then I will look for a reversal. The targets on the downside are 43,820 and 43,600, almost closer to 43,000. Even 500 can be a good target, and we have this double top, so target 1 is hit, maybe even target 2 of 43,500 is doable. Now just we'll look at Nifty. See, most importantly in Nifty and Banknifty today, we kind of filled the gap and got a bounce. That price action was beautiful. See, in my past analysis, what I had shown was we were consolidating in this range. If we continue to break out of this range or break down, that is where I would be interested in trade. On this day, it did look like a breakout, especially after this candle, but immediately there was no follow. Now, what I mean by no follow up is, now just observe a price action over here, where on this 15-minute candle we went up and we started getting a follow up on the upside, but over here immediately the next candle was red and basically kind of remained sideways. So yesterday we kind of remained within the first 15-minute range itself in Nifty and Banknifty. We could not break out of it. So beautifully we came, filled the gap. Again in Nifty we got a bounce. So even in Nifty, the good strong resistance is over here at about 18,650, and today's low can be a good support, that is around 18,484. And if this level breaks, we could come closer to this area of 18,360. The first support is here 18,420, and then that is if today's low breaks, that is 480, the next support is 420, and then we could come in this kind of this entire zone 18,300, 18,347, and I'll just mark this gap down area. Always the gaps should be marked in the chart. Again in Nifty, I'm interested on the downside in case we get a gap up or a gap down. If we get some kind of a reversal, right, and we can have one selling type of a level even over here. If we get some type of a reversal, would be interested to take a shot with targets as 18,480 and 18,420. And if all these levels break, then we can also have 18,348. So this is just the analysis for tomorrow. We are interested in a short trade. In case we get an aggressive long trade, we would try to avoid depending on the price action, but most importantly we will be interested on the short trade. Thank you for watching.